Hello. Hi there. Good evening. Hi everyone. And hey Clue. Hope you've had a good day. Yeah, let me go ahead and activate my model. Hi. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at Balatro today. I played this game a lot when it was new, but I haven't played it in like well over a year at this point. So I figured we would take a look at that and, you know, do it from a fresh file. It's basically poker, but with well, I was gonna say extra steps, but it's like, it's really more than I could explain super briefly. You'll kind of just have to see it. But it's really fun and chill. It's just sort of like a game where you unlock stuff. Whatever, it's fun. Should probably get it open soon. Did I have anything I wanted to talk about before we get started? I don't know. It's been really nice out. I've got plans to go to the beach soon, which I'm really excited for. I actually got a swimsuit just recently that I'm really happy with. I feel like it's really cute. So yeah, looking forward to that. Don't think I have a lot else to talk about right now. Should probably just go ahead and get started. This album is no joke. I'm gonna fade that out though. Okay, let's get that open. I don't think it's muted. Yeah, we're good. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, it isn't displaying. Are we good? I feel like it was chugging a little bit. Oh, it's because I'm grabbing the window. I see. 1 second. So yeah, like I said, it's kind of like poker, but with extra steps. But again, that doesn't really do it justice. There's kind of a lot more going on than that. Go ahead and cancel that screensaver animation. Okay. So yeah, we're logged in with with my partner's like Xbox profile. So I just like, you know, I'm gonna start on the second file. I'll go ahead and name it. I'll just do we have lowercase? A. I'll just use the keyboard and see if that works instead. What's going on here? Oh, There we go. Okay. We have 2 of 340 in the collection. Completed 0 challenges. And I don't know what Joker stickers are. I forget what that is. But if Bun's profile is any indication, it's hard to get those. And deck sequins. Oh? Did it not? Come on then. Not sure why it didn't keep that. What? Okay. Goodness. I see. So it's like... well, whatever. We'll get into it. What is our option? We've got... Right. We've got, different, like, indie game themed cards. It's nothing I care too much about, TBH. Come on, controller, what's going on? Alright. We've got high contrast cards, which is nice. That's something that I'm probably gonna opt for, just because they look cool. It makes it that much easier to see what's what. I think I'll leave them set for now as like default. I've got the screen shake turned off because it makes me dizzy. I'll lower that a little bit. Okay. Win a run with at least 5 different decks to unlock challenge mode. And we've got one option for what we can do right now. We can do something called a seeded run, which basically gives us a big advantage. I don't actually know. Oh, okay. All unlocks and discoveries disabled by default. But I see you can enter and paste whatever. Presumably this just has to do with like RNG and such. This is cool. So the I guess the best thing to do would be like it's kind of hard to like I guess I'll just have to sort of go in order explaining this stuff, but like we can choose to skip around and get what's called a tag that gives us like an advantage of some kind as expressed below. Unless they're like really good, it's normally best not to bother. And apart from number of hands played, there's really no other factor. It doesn't matter if you like get a particularly high score or anything. We're pretty close to a straight already, so I'll hold on to I'll discard these and hope for a jack. Unless we're closer to a flush already. But we aren't, so there we go. not particularly close to a straight a straight flush, so we're gonna just play that. And we got it in one, which is as good as it can be. Meaning we had 3 extra hands, which gives us $1 for each hand we didn't play. Which will give us an advantage here. Right, so I forget what the blank voucher does. It's the type of thing where you buy it and then the upgrade of it is like what's actually, you know, what's actually important. And I think I know what it is, but it's not going to be super helpful this early in the game, so we're going to go for something more reliable. This Joker gains 2 multiply, adds 2 to your multiplier per reroll in the shop. And rerolls, that's a pretty reliable like build. Rerolls are not super expensive. There's also, what's our other option? We could just take both of these. Played cards with heart to give 3 multiplier. We can buy a buffoon pack, and that'll allow us to pick one of 2 jokers, like we can here. And it's actually cheaper. We'll probably get both of these. And we've got planet cards, which add to the base multiplier of like a given hand. So you'll see that in a second here. Let's go. Let's check that first, actually, because it's gonna be more relevant. Oh right, I forgot about the different versions of the music. That's so cool. Let me know if the game is too loud or too quiet. I feel like it's in a good sweet spot right now. So both of these first 2 are ones that I like to, these are actually all pretty good. These all have like a relatively close chance of happening. I know it has 4 of a kind up here. I guess it is like a little less likely, but flush and straight are right here. Flush feels very reliable. Almost feels like it's harder to rely on straights just because their score is lower. And it's, you know, it's better to get like a straight flush. So I think we're gonna go for the less accessible thing and go for should probably do something that has some overlap. So I think flushes has gotta be it, just because if I end up wanting to do straight flush, both are gonna be a viable option, and unless I really boost that, what would you call it? That like hand, it's not like gonna be super relevant. Like it's not gonna be better for a while. Played aces, give 20 chips and 4 multiplier. Or when blind is selected, create 2 common jokers. That's not one that I've ever been crazy about, but it is appealing to me right now because it would give us, you know, a bunch of jokers. We don't have any discovered yet. And we can sell them, of course, if they aren't relevant. I think aces are... Oh, you know what? That's why I should have gone with a straight. It's because, let me change my model so it looks like I'm focusing. was gonna say an ace is really good for that because it could be ace 2, 3, 4, 5, or you know, king, queen, jack, 10. You get it. I think I will go ahead and get it anyway, even though we picked flush though. We'll just hope that you know, we get lucky. Shop has a free uncommon joker. Or do we want more money? Both are kind of playing to the same goal. And that guarantees that it'll be uncommon. So that's probably for the best. Go ahead and sort by suit. That's good. We've already got what we need. With this, that should be enough to clear in one. Yep. We trigger all card held in hand abilities. Or level up high card, which is like really not something I want or need to rely on. It's technically a viable build if you really push it, I guess. I bet there's like certain jokers that like make it viable. Let's see what spectral cards do. I'm struggling to remember whether these are Arcana or... Oh no, these are like... I don't even know what you would call these. Just spectral themed stuff. So we got Immolate. Right, these spectral packs help a lot with like manipulating the build of your deck really quickly. I feel like it's these combined with the... What are they called? The Arcana, like, cards. Destroy 5 random cards, gain $20. I think it's gotta be this just because we get a rare joker and we don't have a lot of money right now. Anyway, what do we get? Got a baseball card. Uncommon jokers each give 1.5 multiplier. That's not relevant right now. That's free, so we might as well take it. Get $1 per played hand this run, which will give us 2. That's not worth it. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Looks like that's what we're getting. Did we already, oh, oops. Shoot. Okay, so here, this comes to a fun thing we can do. If we don't like the results of something, we can cheat it, and or you know, if we fat thumb our controller, we can just back out, and that hand has not been played now. What I was trying to see is whether or not I've discarded a heart yet. Looks like I have. Wait, ace, jack, 10. Okay, it's just the 9 that's missing, so we're gonna hope for that. That's pretty close to a straight flush, so I'm gonna hope for that. Oh? We're 1 card away. And just so that we don't lose the ability to play the flush, we'll keep card we don't strictly want. That's fine. They'll still probably get it through in one. Yep. Cool. Okay. Add $1 of sell value to every Joker and consumable card at the end of round. That is a pretty good build. When money comes into play, like with other Jokers, like I don't know. It's been a while since I've played this, but like I'm kind of like sort of half remembering. Well, whatever. It's sort of hard to explain my thought process. We don't have more of any given suit than another, correct? None of these are aces. Alright, so... oh, a holographic glass card. That's interesting. Holographic gives it 10 multiplier. Yeah, glass cards get +5 chips and ×2 multiplier, but they've got 1 in 4 chance to get destroyed after use. And so we'll go for that. These feel pretty, like, worthwhile in terms of the difference between what you get based off of playing or skipping. Like, I feel like this is one that's often good to take because it's, you know, it's gonna give us some options. Enhance one card into a wild card, which can be used as any suit. That would be nice if like we had an ace in our hand already. 1 in 4 chance to add one of these effects to a Joker. Increase rank of up to 2 cards by 1. That could be viable. Create a glass card or create a steel card. We'll go ahead and raise those. We've got more heart cards though than diamonds. I think it's probably what makes the most sense though. Oh, and we get to do 2, so we'll try for that. Right, it's play only one hand type, so we have to get it in one, which should be doable. As long as we aren't super unlucky. I know we drew all 4 aces there, but then, you know, if we didn't get it in one, we'd have to create another 4 of a kind, and if that doesn't happen, we lose. That's 1 card away from the straight flush. So that'd be cool if it... Oh, you know what? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I need to remember what button does what. I feel like maybe I had those set differently before. No, that's all correct. That's supposed to be play hand and discard. Okay. Alright, hopefully we get it, or we aren't gonna... Okay, we're gonna have to get a diamond. There we go. Oh, we unlocked a deck. A new color. Trying to remember what's different about the blue deck. Sell this card to create a free double tag. Those are really good. Because it gives us the option to like take two of these essentially. Like if you get what I'm saying, if we skip around to pick one of these, like it just duplicates it, which is really good. None of these are really relevant now. I don't think we have any held in hand abilities on any of these cards. Flesh Andy. That could have been there for several minutes. I haven't been looking at the chat. I think we're gonna sell both of these because they aren't doing anything for us. And I think that is like the kind of thing where we sell it like right before we pick the tag, basically. So we've got just a regular Joker, regular Jonkler, +4 multiplier. We'll pick another Joker. All played face cards become gold when scored. And gold cards give you $3 if they're held in your hand at the end of round. I see, which would make that card we sold before, you know, more viable. Oh, right. I forgot that we've got like Jokers with like unlimited score building potential, basically. So we've got the runner, which gives us 15 chips for every straight we play. Ooh, okay, that could be really good. If we can get through this, having the first hand drawn face down is not a huge detriment. Just because I'm looking at the like, you know, the ante, the last like level of this round. You know, so if we can get through that with $50, that could be really advantageous, obviously. That could make it possible. Actually, this juggle tag, I think we'll go for it and just hope for something really like good. Go ahead and get that. And get that. And all we have to do is... Yeah, okay, so if these are sorted by rank, that's gonna make things easier. Oh right. It's flushes I'm doing, not straights. It can become one or the other though. It's not particularly boosted super high right now, which in theory is not ideal, but this is the first like level essentially, so we'll probably be fine as long as I'm not super careless. If I wanted to, I could even like cheese it and just like play the cards and reload, but we're not on a very hard level right now, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I just threw those under the presumption that I was building a straight, but I think we're building a flush. Even though this is here, it's just gonna be better to do that. Is this a 2 or an ace? I think aces go up here. I'm pretty sure. These 3 have to be clubs, which means these 3 are diamonds. And that has to be a spade. And these could be whatever. Yeah, well, without cheating, this is gonna be tough. I think we'll build towards a flush instead and get rid of these ones that we're unsure of, whereas I know that we've at least got 3 of both of these suits. Okay, so we've got a flush already, presumably. I'll go ahead and play that. And we've got another with an ace, which is helpful. It's not probably gonna get us there in time, though. Yeah, I think we're cooked. Oh, shoot. Oh? Nope, we actually did it. Yo, yo. Okay, well that paid off. I've got a ton of fucking money, so let's go ahead and work on unlocking the upgraded voucher. This Joker gains 0.25 multiplier for each card sold. Resets when boss blind is defeated. That seems like a really bad card. I mean, it just doesn't seem like super advantageous. Relatively, I mean. Let's build towards adding more of a certain, you know, flavor of card to our deck, or a certain value. I've got a higher number of 6s, higher number of hearts. None of these are that. That at least equates to extra money, so that's fine. 1 second. Let's get a tarot card. Because these are good for that too. Do we want a random Joker or... I think it's gotta be this, just because... No, you know what, I'm actually gonna... Oh! Okay, well that's not what I hoped for, but... with this, that could be viable. Let's go ahead and see what else we can get. Oh, there we go. Convert 3 cards to spades. And it's the world. Very pretty card. Every played card counts in scoring. We're already trying to play 5 card hands, so that's not really too relevant right now. Okay, we don't need this to be re-rolled because we're not really looking for diamond cards. I guess 2 of our aces are diamonds, but whatever. We'll just go with it. Oh, right, but come to think of it, if like a given ace becomes a wild card, for instance, it counts as any suit. So if diamonds are debuffed, this will be too. So it can kind of bite you if you're not thinking too hard about it. You know what, we're really close to a straight, which is ideal. I'll go ahead and make all of these spades, because why not? And that can be a wild card just for fun. Ooh, okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It's gonna build our... Yeah, that's the thing, is that you kind of have to like start early. One away from a straight. We're getting to a point where things are starting to overlap enough to where it doesn't matter super much that like I did not create a very focused build. This could be very, very good actually for that hand I just played. Retrigger each played 2, 3, 4, or 5. I'll go ahead and open another planet pack. And straight flush is gonna be higher than a normal flush for a while anyway. Oh shoot. I forgot again that like it's straights that I'm building, not flushes. I guess it can be both, and a straight flush is both inherently. But it's like oh, that could be good. Go ahead and get rid of this one and get the, what is it, the Devious Joker. Don't need $11. I find that generally makes sense to like if I'm building straights, I should just discard anything that is not directly connecting, because we'll just draw another 9 anyway, and look at that. Actually is a straight flush, so maybe I could have leveled that. But again, it's like, it's already 100 times 8 as opposed to 65 times 8. It's so much more likely that we're gonna get a flush. That almost got it in 1, though, which is cool. We're gonna build another. Yeah, I'll build another straight, even though a flush would do it. I just want to maybe have that be our first option. Seems to be working okay. It's probably gonna get us through all 8 rounds. Or wait a minute. All 8 antes? Maybe we aren't as far as I think we are. Don't need heart cards. Let's see if we can... Well, that's at least good because it's you know, it'll get replayed and have that much better of a chance of activating and giving us, like, what does it do again? $20. That's not bad. $20. I feel like that's like the number we keep running into. Could create another Jupiter. Just upgrades the flesh again, which is not super important right now. Yeah. I think this will actually do more because it's a spade. Sorry, I'm just sort of like trying to figure out what's gonna work here. There we go. Yeah, we don't have a 2, so that's the best we're gonna get right now. Yeah, we're basically there, so it's not gonna take much. If we can get a 3, that would be good. Looks like we've only got 1 left in the deck, though. How many queens and jacks do we have left? A queen and 2 jacks. Oddly enough, even if every card you play is debuffed, sometimes it doesn't matter, just because of like what all the jokers are doing on top of it. So we're actually gonna go for a flush of diamonds, because that should get us through. Even with just its space score. Cool. Oh man. This game's pretty chill. I might have to like go pee real quick. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm happy that extra money build type thing worked out, even with a suboptimal build. This joker gains 4 chips if played hand has exactly 4 cards, which is not something we're doing right now. Played face cards have a 1 in 2 chance to give $2. Not really doing anything face card related up here. We aren't trying to get a bunch of rerolls, which is also something that can be build related. So we're gonna buy both of these and hope for... Yeah, let's go ahead and get that and hope for a straight. Good enough, I suppose, even as unlikely as it is. And I'm pretty sure it's not limited to jokers that appear up here. It's like planet cards, arcana, and so on. So maybe reroll Yeah. Ooh, that's a cute card. I don't know if it's actually relevant. I was like, oh, it's cute. We do have a lucky card, right? This Joker gains 0.25 multiplier every time a lucky card successfully triggers. Or I could create a steel card, which I think I'll get that. And we've only got one lucky card, so that's not really going to be super reliable right now. Again, Arcana packs are very useful for our build, like for manipulating our build really quickly. Can often, like, you know, pull one that is like create 3 more of a certain suit, or you know, change the suit of 3 cards and stuff like that. So we'll get that. Go ahead and use our yeah, so we want this on a card that we aren't using. So ideally it would be like a 6 of spades or something. Something that is like not ideal for like creating a 5 to ace. But that we still theoretically want in our hand. We've got a few options down here, of course, to pick from. We could destroy 2 cards. We can duplicate a card, or, you know, like turn one into another. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll just take, this includes, yeah, that includes 5, so we'll turn that into another 5 of spades. And on that note, we'll go ahead and use that. And I'm pretty sure. No, you know what? I don't think a steel card can also be a bonus card. What's a suit that we have particularly like less of? Looks like 12. Looks like hearts and clubs are, you know, are not really favored right now. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10. Yeah, I guess 9 and 8 are not really needed. In theory. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's best to try and get rid of like as much if you can as like things that you weren't using, obviously. Start with 0 discards. And that asks a high score of us. 22,000 is pretty steep. I don't actually know if we're gonna get through this one either. But by, you know, maybe building this up like we've been. With this build though, it's like we can only really play straights at this point. Get rid of these. I feel like our chances are not the best right now. gonna hope for a flush, but yeah, it's like I don't want to use this card because it adds to our multiplier, so hopefully we can... I'm gonna get rid of these also, and hope for an ace of spades, which we didn't get, but that's fine. If this doesn't get us through, we're probably... Oh! We unlocked another joker. The strength card increases the rank of 2 cards by 1. Those are always useful. Earn $5 if 3 or more face cards are discarded at the same time. Is not super relevant to us. Go ahead and finally level up the regular straight that I've been meaning to. I guess that's probably... Oh, we get to pick 2. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. Wow, well, we're actually really close to it. Well, we're kind of close to a straight flush if we use this. Oh, wait a minute. No, we need a 4 of spades, actually. I can use the strength card to make this an ace. Oh, right, and we don't have discards, of course, so... I feel like it's got to be a straight flush because we're not going to have a better chance of building one. It's just, it's such a higher score. It would make more sense to, yeah, I mean, I guess if this can at least... this will play a high card, and then this will be what it picks. And that will be our first play. And we'll just hope for, you know, the other card we need, but I'm not holding my... I guess there's really no other option. We at least get to play another ace, I guess. And at this point, we kind of need it to be that 4 of spades, but I don't know. Maybe I was a fool to think that would be likely, but I guess I don't think like a normal flush is gonna get, or a normal straight rather, is gonna get us there anyway, so I'm gonna not fall for the cost fallacy and just, you know, actually give myself the best chance possible and hope for that 4. Ugh. It didn't happen. No. If I had hands, I would have covered my eyes. Thanks, man. We go to main menu. Cool. So... Oh! Right. We can actually, we can continue from that last hand played if we wish, but it's like, it's obviously not gonna make a difference, like, at that point. Okay, so we've got a few options. We've got extra discard every round, an extra hand, or $10 extra. I've unlocked a bunch of stuff, presumably everything we've looked at yet. It's all gonna be new. Pretty much there's not gonna come a point where that's not true. I feel like this menu like shows you some like unlocks and stuff. Like, I feel like this card, doesn't this change? Does this become like a locked card or something? And it'll say like, do this or that to unlock, you know, whatever's hidden here. Let's see if it does that. I'm also gonna turn on our high contrast cards, just because I think they're pretty. Do we want to see the games that they chose to represent here first? I don't know if it's all stuff I'm super interested in. There's a few that like I know, and then a bunch that I don't. We've got The Witcher, Cyberpunk, it's not something I care for. Shovel Knight, which that's cool. Here's Don't Starve, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I guess these aren't indie games, quote unquote, especially that. But like, some of these are cute. Slay the Princess is cool, obviously. I like that one a lot, actually. It's really cute. What else? Among Us, Binding of Isaac, Cult of the Lamb, Divinity, Critical Role, which I guess is like a podcast. I don't think that's a game. Bug Snacks, which is chill. Vampire Survivors, Slay the Spire, those are good games. I don't know what Potion Craft is. People love Warframe. Like, I know people like it, but it's not something I've played. Fallout. I haven't played Fallout either. Dead by Daylight. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't know what Dead by Daylight was when I played this a while back. Yeah, we have Among. What else? Dave the Diver, Stardew Valley. Those are cute. Gungeon. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Civilization. Rust is that game that I saw Jerma play like a few years back, right? Where it was just him and like another person like throwing rocks at each other. Or like hitting each other. I don't know. It looked really silly. Like, if I had to pick one for each of the Stardew Valley is the easy pick for that one. My partner got way into Slay the Spire a few years ago, to the point where I was like, stop playing this, I'm so bored. I didn't actually say that, but Vampire Survivors is chill. It's kind of got like an arcade feel to it. Bug Snacks is pretty cute. Yeah, and I haven't actually played Slay the Princess. I do love Shovel Knight, but this card is just too cute. I think I kind of want to use these. I have seen some footage of that game. Looks very cutie. So yeah, we'll do special themed cards for now, for a minute. Okay, those are just like, I mean it's good because it's color blindness friendly, but it's like those are kind of monochrome almost. Okay. Yeah, I think everything is what I want it to be settings wise. We're always given the option to continue even if it isn't viable, as I expressed before. Gosh, well, in theory, I guess this should probably be the easiest one to get through, is with like blue cards. We'll try that this time. Double tag gives a copy of the next selected tag. Double tag excluded. How much did that give us? Okay, that's not bad. That's more money than we would probably have otherwise. Yeah, play another. $600 times 7 is a base score of 350 times whatever chip value. Or wait a minute, is that the whatever? I probably sound crazy right now. We're not even gonna get like we're not even gonna get the card we need. Sometimes that just happens, where it's like, I mean, obviously you can see it here, it's just like, I would have to pull a 2 if I'm not going to just, you know, reload, which I am gonna do. Arcana pack feels like a really good starting position, because we can just go ahead and immediately start taking away from like a suit and adding to another. So do we want diamonds or spades? I like the world card because it has a trans woman on it. Which makes me partial to using that. Do we have, so it's spades or diamonds? We'll need 3 of one of these suits, which that one will do. We'll turn those into spades. And we'll turn our hearts into diamonds. And I don't think anything else is going to be more viable right now. Don't want to skip that. It's because we need jokers. We're going to be a lot more likely to get spades and diamonds. As you can see, we've already only got 9 of each of these. I'm just deciding. I've already got four spades here, so I should probably just bank on that. Cute. So yeah, this is gonna make it possible to draw like straight flushes and stuff. Bank gold. Not discovered. Go up to $20 in debt. That's so funny. Does that say J Joker Jr.? Can create a steel card. Yeah, I think we're going for this. That's not a bad one to have. Just get an extra discard each round. Or we can do, excuse me, 4 times multiplier every 6 hands played. I feel like this is that much better though. Yeah, it's just what makes sense right now. And is there a particular card that I don't want to use for some reason? That could reasonably stay in my hand consistently. I guess I'll go ahead and buy it so that we have the option. That at least makes it easy to know what we're gonna be relying upon. I'm thinking that will be our steel card. So it's not a bad card to have, per se, but it's not super necessary either. Oops. Just try and get it in one, I suppose. Yep. Reserved parking. Each face card held in hand has a 1 in 2 chance to give $1. Not very pertinent right now. Earn $4 at end of round. That's not a bad one, actually, because it adds up so much, like, pretty quickly. We're only $1 from getting that, so that could be chill, actually. I think that's probably what we're gonna have to go for, even though we aren't boosting our score yet, technically. Like, it's gonna make it easier for us in the long run. Ooh. Yeah, well, I'll have to explain what I'm reacting to. If we can duplicate this coupon tag, we'll have, you know, free shop items for 2 stores, which is a big advantage, because we only have $3. Not that we can't just play through it and, like, do it that way, but this is just as viable. And we've got, what do we have more of? More spades by just 1. And it's kind of a pain that, like, we're having to discard some of those when they could be used. But we need a 5th diamond. And we got it. Oh. I see. Discards 2 random cards per hand played. So it was just luck that this stayed active, because it could have gone, yeah, it could have gotten chucked. Wait, we're just 1 from a flush, right? I think that's that much more reliable. I don't think that is enough to get us through with just that. It really doesn't want to give us more clubs right now. There we go. Oh boy. Looks like we have a much better chance of pulling diamonds than anything else. Or I mean, I guess it's not like a huge difference. I think that will get us through. I don't think we want to play the two aces. Oh well, I mean, I guess it makes sense too. Yeah, theoretically we could draw 4 heart cards and create a flush that way too. So we'll play. Oh, but right, it discards some cards, which has to be taken into account. Let's see what score. That's a really low score. That's basically nothing. Just want to see if we can I guess it would have to like be a pretty lucky thing for us to get a flush right now. Unless I just let's see if this discards any diamonds or clubs. It got rid of one of each. Let's try playing that like a single ace. I'm really pulling out all the stops here because it's like this is kind of what you've got to do if you're up against like bad odds, is just see what like is what each option is going to be. I don't think we're going to get much. Oh, well, fair enough. That works, actually. Go ahead and get the Planet Merchant. I see. Well, we have to buy it to know what it's called. I'm pretty sure this is the Green Joker. +1 multiplier per hand played. -1 multiplier per discard. And the photograph, I think is what this one's called. First played face card gives 2 times multiplier when scored. Oh right, well we can just take all of these because they're free right now because of our coupon tag. We don't want more clubs or hearts. So I feel like an ace is fine because that can act as, you know, either of those suits that we're building towards making more of. Oh, I think we're gonna pick the Emperor. Creates up to 2 random tarot cards. Or wait a minute, these are tarot cards. It can be useful though. I mean, especially if we draw the world or the star. Yeah, that's not super helpful. So I'm gonna get rid of that. But we'll use this Magician card, of course. Don't need free rerolls. gonna build towards a flush, and especially, I like boosting lower cards like this if they're being used for building straights and flushes and straight flushes, because building those either like ace to 10 or ace to 5, like it becomes more viable if we boost these lower numbers. Well, I'm having a bit of like choice paralysis, as you can tell. I think we'll just play these and hope for a lucky. Hey, it did activate, which it doesn't have a great chance of happening. It was a 1 in 15 that we just rolled, so that's good. We're gonna have a lot more money than we even need for a minute. Played cards with even rank give +4 multiplier. That's pretty good overall. That's gonna do a lot more than, just having a boost on the first played face card. Things like this though, where it's like it boosts this but not that, or whatever, a lot of times it can feel like, well, how is this supposed to line up? But a lot of the jokers have good, like, what would you call it? Synchronicity, if that makes sense. We don't want clubs or hearts. So we'll just get another ace of spades. And another 10. Right, we haven't been building this up. This pretty much requires you to just not discard. It could be really viable, actually, if you're building it. Which is probably what I should do, actually. I don't think it's gonna be... I don't think this is gonna become better than this, actually. I do, however, think that this outranks... Oh, even Steven. That's funny. I'm so sorry, but like, I actually have to pee again real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Oh man. How are you doing, chat? This feels like a game that would translate well to like a Game Boy or something. Game Boy Advance. Since we're chilling out here and this is a pretty chill game, I might consider taking like a little bit of a break. Let's turn that down a little bit. And like put on music or something and grab a drink real quick. But I don't know. I think that's what I might do, actually. go ahead and pause this. Look through our collection. So these are just all the vouchers we can buy. They all require upgrading of some kind. Oh, so you have to get that 10 times for it to unlock. Planet cards appear twice as often in the shop. That's a really viable build, especially with the upgraded version. I forget what it does. I think it is I think I actually remember the specific one this is, just because it's so relevant to like progression in the game. Like if you want to like reliably create a really good build, a good way to do it is to get the telescope voucher. I'm pretty sure is what this becomes, and that guarantees that every planet pack you open will have the planet of like the hand you're playing most often, which is really good, as you could imagine, because you're obviously gonna have that many more chances to boost your you know, your base multiplier and stuff. Anyway, this is such a long list that like that's just gonna fill and fill. These are tarot cards, so there's only, you know, 22 of them. I feel like I've pretty much remembered what each of these do, actually. These ones are cool looking. 18 spectral cards, 12 planet cards. Not 8 or 9. There's like, what are they? It's like Ceres, I think, is one of these two, and Planet X is like another. Like, I'm getting like way ahead of the game here, but like once you're playing stuff like 5 of a kind, or like a flush house is another like quote-unquote secret hand you can play. These are our tags that we can pick before the start of a round. I see. So these are just... well, whatever. We'll see all that over time. Not me having like notification OCD. I'm like, I've actually got to go around and touch all these so that the little exclamation point goes away. Oh? Purchase or use this card in an unseated run to learn what it does. Uh-huh. What's special about that? Why are they... What? Why is that highlighted there? I'm a little confused about why... Oh, I see. Some of these have like unlock conditions. Play a 5-card hand that contains only gold cards. Lose 5 runs. Play 200 hands. Stuff like that. Okay. Some of them just don't even tell you what they are. That's cool. We're apparently still mid-game. And we want more spades or diamonds, so I think we'll turn this into a wild card, so they can act as either. I don't think we have like a Oh, we do. We have a voucher on, so there's a good chance we'll pull a planet card if we reroll. This Joker gains 1 multiplier per consecutive hand played without a scoring face card. That one's pretty good. Any of them that can just be built up indefinitely are obviously going to be viable for something. It just takes committing to it. Or, I see, we already read that one. That one's not super important or interesting right now. We're not really avoiding face cards or using them. Yeah, you know what? This one could actually theoretically be easy to build up, even if we're just playing like high cards. Do we have like a particularly high number of face cards though? Apparently not. Just deciding whether or not I want to commit to stop playing them. Or if I should keep this and have it be that I play like a high card that's a face card, and you get what I'm saying, like add to that. Got 5 aces, so it's that much more likely than a face card, I suppose. Not categorically, but you know, we can rely upon pulling one, but then it's going to be a matter of creating flushes. So yeah, I think I will sell this and buy this. It's called Ride the Bus. We don't need $8. Yeah, we're technically more likely to get spades, so we'll play the oh, you know what, and we can actually go that much further than that and discard cards that we don't want by playing them as part of our hand here. So what do I not want? Just these clubs, I guess. We're more likely to draw hearts than you know, than clubs. Which of these is not relevant? I guess the 6. Okay. Right, but now we can't play face cards, so it's like... And I can't discard them because I'm using the green Joker. This is part of the learning curve of the game. Is understanding what works and when. I think we have to just hope for the best. I don't think we're gonna make it though. Because we can't discard and we can't use like face cards. So I kinda... Oh, okay. I mean, we can. It's just that it's not gonna help us. Because, yeah, we have to discard so that we don't pull face cards, but now we're falling into, like, kind of a sunk cost fallacy thing. We still don't have it! Ah! Will a 2-pair get us there? Yeah, it did. This isn't going super well relative to my, like, understanding of the game. We're only on ante 3 out of 8. So I'm gonna cut my losses and try it with a different... Yeah, I'm gonna just do it again and hope for the best. We'll try it with the yellow deck. And we're not gonna pull tags for that reason, because we've already got extra money. Maybe that'll help us, like... Wow, well, we're one away from a straight flush. I'm pretty sure one of the jokers is unlocked by, like, discarding a royal flush or something silly like that. Oh, what is this? Oh, right, there's negative jokers, which take up no room, so they're not really, you know, they're kind of only a benefit. Ooh. The egg. Gains $3 of sell value at end of round. That is, like, super good to have this early. I don't think we need to pour all of our stuff into boosting our money though, because it can only help us so much unless we get, like, a really specific joker or, like, a couple jokers. Gains 0.25 multiplier every time a playing card is added to your deck. That's not bad. It's pretty easy to add cards to your deck. And we'll pull a planet card. And the best of these is a full house, so we'll go for that. Alright, we've already got one. Great. Value up. Yeah, well, the egg will become very important later for that reason. Sometimes it makes sense to level things that have some overlap, like, you know, 3 of a kind and a pair. Theoretically, I could level these too if I'm trying to build full houses and I don't want to, like, hedge all of my bets on it. But generally it's best to just face those odds. I think we'll pull another... Yeah, because 2-pair has some overlap with a full house, obviously. Those are kind of comparable. we're not really looking to play flushes. And we don't have any, like, held in hand abilities yet, but if we do, that'll become, you know, viable. I don't think we're gonna be going for regular pairs. And I don't know, I guess I just think I think I'm gonna sell that, and one in 5 chance for plus 20 multiplier is not bad. It's just a question of what cards I want those to be, which nothing is really more or less relevant than anything else right now, which can make deciding kind of hard. Oh, shoot, I did, oh, dang it. Well, I don't think that can be undone. I accidentally hit reroll after accidentally buying that. Plus 20 multiplier if played hand contains 3 or fewer cards. Yeah, well, I feel like we're gonna fall into, like, a situation where we're repeatedly doing something that only kind of works and not what I'm actually looking for. Get rid of the... yeah, okay. Close to a full house already. If we don't get it, we'll play the 2 pair, I suppose. Unless it's like a really low... that's less than half. Is that gonna get us there? I think we might have to, like, play the shitty cards instead and hope for our ace or 10. But that's just it, is like, if it doesn't pull, then we're out of luck. This is kind of how this game is, TBH. I'd like to at least get through a run. You know, and actually, if we're gonna re-roll it and save scum it, we might as well hope for the best tags we can get, which we might have to unlock them, actually, for them to appear. But I was gonna say we could, like, reliably get a like a rare joker this way. Looks like we might have to unlock them, though. I don't think it's pulling all of them. Right, it's the moon that creates clubs. I'm curious to see what happens if we have, like, 4 ace of diamonds. I know that if we have 5 of, like, the same card of the same suit, it's... Oh! I think I just... I think I just remembered it. That's called a flush 5. I forget what planet card it's associated with, but it's one of the weird ones, like Ceres or Planet X or whatever. I'm trying to remember if there are any others, like, I'm forgetting the name of. I feel like there's definitely at least one more, like, planet that I'm forgetting. Anyway. And do we want them to be multiplier cards or extra chips? If these are meant to be relatively comparable, then they're probably going to have roughly the same effect. We'll go multiplier though. Yeah, we're just hoping for a full house, of course. Oh, wait a minute. We restarted. We're hoping for what? For diamonds, apparently. Typical streamer. Here we go. Actually, let's see if this 2-pair can get us there. We'll at least get an extra $1. We'll play the high card and hope for another jack or 4 instead. Oh man. Oh, we do have another hand to play. Ooh. Every played card permanently gains 5 chips when scored. That seems almost too good to be true. Oh, we're gonna get it. And they're called the Hiker. Great. We've technically got a good shot at diamonds, so that's probably what we should be doing, and just building the chip value of those cards. Yeah. This is definitely gonna pay off ultimately. Do we have more spades or hearts incoming? Oh, oops. Didn't mean to play that. We're gonna discard those and hope for more spades, but we got some... Yeah, I think we're gonna hope for diamonds here. Oh boy. Man. They don't make it easy. Cards played previously this ante are debuffed, which means you're gonna want to skip. Create more diamonds and get rid of some spades. It's sort of like trying to raise our odds of something working. Yeah. for these early rounds. It's kind of just how it's gotta be, because it's hard to get through these, like, reliably if you're not careful. Don't have a particularly high number of face cards to be discarding. So we're gonna hope for a relevant joker. Ooh. Plus 15 multiplier when 0 discards remain. Or plus 3 multiplier if all cards held in hand are spades or clubs, which I've already been getting rid of both of those, so we're gonna go for that. And do we want 2 random tarot cards or planet cards? I think tarot is a better shot. That's fine. And now some clubs can become spades. That works. And we'll use that on whatever, of course. Don't really want to go into debt. Well, we're 1 away from a straight. A full house would be better though, even with these debuffed, I think. That works even better. Don't want... Man, this game is allergic to giving me the cards I want. Okay, so it's just 1. I guess spades and clubs are equally not favored. I'm just gonna hope for another... Wait, we literally don't have any. I was gonna say, I'm gonna hope for another queen or jack, but... the best we can hope for is another 6. So, might as well use these, like... Oh, wait a minute. Did I just use that other 6? I think I did. I did. Yeah, so we're gonna hope for a queen or... There we go. Shoo! On that note, on this round that we're in, do we want to create more spades here? It's not really ideal right now because we don't have 3 to turn. Well, there's the bull. There's the card that would have been relevant earlier if we'd continued our money build. Plus 2 chips for each dollar you have. Let's go for adding a card to our deck. Wild cards are good for what we're doing. So that works. I'll go ahead and hope for another decent joker. Ooh. Played face cards give 30 chips when scored. Or each king held in hand gives 1.5 multiplier. That would be really good for like a high card build. If we had like a bunch of kings in our hand. Just sort of speaking from experience here. Yeah, that's pretty agreeable in any case. Mystic Summit. That's a cool looking card. Yep, I think we're ready to go. What we want specifically is clubs to turn into spades. Because that's the suit we have the least of. And we have a world card, so we might as well use it. And increase our chances of things lining up in our favor. One away from a straight. One away from a flush, also. Wait a minute, we've already got one, actually. I think it might make sense to, let's try it. Works for me. Yeah, and again, we really want 3 clubs on screen to like change into spades. I'm gonna literally discard the 1 card and hope that it's a... Okay, that's fine. It's probably gonna clear either way, so whatever. Don't want that because we're specifically trying to play face cards. 1 in 4 chance for each played 8 to create a tarot card when scored. 1 in 4 chance. Okay, that's not bad. Tarot cards are good. Obviously, because they make our deck quite malleable. Do I want to commit to a certain hand though right now? I guess I'm kind of just trying to make flushes happen again because it's like sort of an easy solution. This could give me a chance to use our cards up here as well as whatever they're presenting to us outside of a... almost called it a match, but like a, you know, there's not gonna be any pressure on us. So it's like probably best to do that here. And that worked in our favor, which is good. Because we've got 3 spades here, or 3 clubs that can become spades, of course. And I don't think we... Nice. That's lucky. I was gonna say I don't think we want to rely on either of those two. We got a foil effect on our card, which gives us 50 extra bonus chips. Sorry, I was having trouble getting that sentence out, but yeah, I think we're gonna get that too. And then we're gonna just be getting random like tarot cards here and there, which is always helpful because they can at least be sold. Oh. I think the wiser option here is to not go for what feels easy. It's actually probably gonna make us stronger, quote unquote, to play through each round like naturally without skipping blinds. I said this like 20 minutes ago, but I think I am actually gonna take a second to grab coffee. What do you think? Do I want to like maybe mute the game for a minute and like put on something else while I do that? I wouldn't mind that, TBH, just as like a little bit of a change of pace and tone. So why don't I do that and like fade that out a little bit, and we'll go to our... I guess we don't actually have to go to a different screen. We can just leave it here and set it to BRB, like visually. And I'll put on some music and stuff and go do that. One moment. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've got our cat Penny with me from the outside. She was out in the yard. Okay. Gonna get back into this for a bit. I am enjoying it, although I know we haven't, like, I guess we're making progress by unlocking stuff, which is gonna make it possible to, you know, get through all 8 rounds, or all 8 antes rather. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna play that one and not skip it. Oh, we're actually, we could actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's a Royal Flush. So that'll obviously get us through with more than enough points, and we'll have 3 hands left, but for that reason, we're actually gonna opt to do our unlock here and discard a Royal Flush and see what we get, because I forget what we unlock by doing that. Ooh. Got some... we got something. What is that one called? Is it not on the list yet? I think we have to... I see. So that explains why certain cards are unlocked technically, but not discovered. It's because I haven't, like, bought them yet. So that card that we just got, which I think is called, like, the Napkin or something, you know, we'll pull that from the store at random now because we have the ability to. Forget what it does. Well, in theory, we don't have a good chance of pulling clubs. In fact, that's only 4 cards out of the entire deck left, so I would bet on more, probably diamonds above the rest, yeah. Playing 8s is good here, because we'll get random tarot cards, of course, which are good. Yeah, and we'll just hope for another heart card. And again, Mystic Summit adds 15 multiplier to our score when we have no discards, so that's pretty huge, obviously. Yeah. Earn $2 per discard if none are used by the end of round, which is not going to work right now because our whole thing is discarding. We haven't started building up any planets yet, so we'll hope for this instead. There's a club, and yep, I guess it's gotta be hearts that become diamonds. Okay, thank goodness it's not like... Yeah, it's still our second biggest hand. Or our second biggest suit, rather. but it's fine. I'm actually gonna get every discard out of the way too, so that we get that much higher of a score. And we can hope for 8s, of course, because that's ideal. Tight. Oh my gosh! What? Hello? Hi there! Hi, Shiny Doggy! Hi! Hello! Thank you so much for coming in. Hi, Mustachio. Hi, Gray. Hi, Leaf. Hi, Leaf! Hi! How are all of you doing? Oh my gosh, there's suddenly so many of you here. Yeah, let me give you like a little shout out, because that's something I always forget to do. If you all aren't familiar with her, Shiny Doggy is one of my favorite streamers. She's an incredible artist. Hold on, I need to catch up with the chat. Yeah, I just started back in January. I can't lie and say I don't remember the day. It was the 14th. A few days after my birthday. Yeah, thank you all for coming in. I'm kind of just chilling out and playing Balatro. I'm trying to unlock stuff so that we can get through 8 antes, which is tough towards the beginning because we have to basically start playing to unlock stuff to make it possible to progress. Oh shoot, I forgot my my model is still on BRB. Yeah, thank you all for joining. I hope you had a good stream. Funny enough, actually, yeah, it is Thursday, right? I was planning on watching you earlier, but I guess yeah, this sort of conflicted with that. I think that gave you a shout out and such. Just want to make sure that's all taken care of. Yeah, what else is there to go over briefly? If you care to, you can choose your stream avatar. We've got a good selection of like, I'm pretty sure it's like 45, 46 or so, like Tamagotchi you can choose from. I'll have to add more though. But we don't have any like point system, so they're all just available from the get-go. Okay, so what are we building towards? I'm pretty sure we're trying to get a suit out of here and create more cards of different kinds so that our chances are better of, you know, something lining up well. Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat here. I appreciate everything you all are saying. Thank you for the follows and so on. Of course. Sorry, it was a lot of like chat very suddenly. It's only awkward for me because my stream chat is really tiny because of my setup right now. Hold on a second, I think one of my cats is whining at me. Penny! You heading out? Okay. I think she's just doing that cat thing where they like to lure you around. Create a tarot card if hand is played with $4 or less. You've already got $10. Hey baby girl, why don't you come up here? That's gonna give us good odds of pulling something relevant, because again, we're trying to basically replace one suit with another, or multiple others. Oh my gosh, hi, hello Alyssa. Oh, that's really chill. Good luck balling your outro. Yeah, I hope you had fun at the beach, that's chill. I've actually got beach plans of my own coming up, which I'm looking forward to. That will be helpful once we've got 3 clubs on screen. And we're good to continue. I don't think we are skipping any blinds this ante. Yeah, I knew that. That's like not very far from you. That's really cool though. I got a swimsuit just recently that I'm really happy with. I'm excited to use. Hey honey. I went last year, twice actually, and it was my first time going in, at that point, like 10 years, something crazy, just due to like life circumstances and like, you know, not having like a car or whatever. Yeah, I lucked out with something I'm really happy with. It's got like a, ooh, easy penny. It's got kind of like a shawl that you wear over the more like traditional swimsuit type of deal. Anyway. Yeah, it's the season for it. When I went swimming last year though, I actually went sunblind. Like I got photokeratitis, which is the fancy way of saying snow or sunblind, which that really sucked. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid that this time. Basically just have to avoid swimming at the height of day. That's really it. Because even, ooh, easy penny. Oh my gosh. Sorry, one of our cats is kind of a kitten still. She's very, like, active. But yeah, I found that even with sunglasses, I still, you know, gave my eyes a sunburn, basically, which, again, was really, like, it was awful. It's not something I plan on letting happen again. Ooh. We're one card away from a straight flush. We don't have a 3 of spades though. What do we want to do? I'm not worried about actually getting through this round. Oh. Lucky number. Well, now I kind of am. we ideally want more. We need to get rid of all of our discards so that Mystic Summit activates. I'm just trying to think through like what's gonna actually give us the score we need, because it can be tough when you don't have any hands like leveled up. You use something called planet cards to like give each of these a boost, like each like hand that you can play. I think we're gonna discard just these two. Well, I wouldn't want it to be an 8, ideally, and I don't think that's even gonna. Well, no, it'd be part of the flush if it becomes a diamond, actually. But it's just a question of how likely that is to activate. Which I mean, it says right there it's 1 in 4. Baby girl. You are too funny. Let's see if that is anything. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and convert those two, just because we're getting to a point where it's unlikely for us to encounter 3 clubs on screen right now. Oh! Still need a little more. We've got more spades than hearts. Oh wait, that's a straight. Just play that. Yeah, so this has been a pretty like chill stream. I mean, this game sort of, I don't want to say it plays itself. It does take some thought, but it's like, it's basically just a score chaser. We're given nigh unlimited like options in terms of manipulating our deck, and so we can make things happen that wouldn't normally. For instance, if we were to create many of the same card, like say that I pull a star from the tarot deck and turn 3 aces into, you know, aces of diamonds, for instance, then I'll have 4 of those. If I get 1 more, I'll have 5. If you play those 5 together, it's, what is that called? I think it's a flush 5. So it's like, there's other weird and extra, you know, stuff on top of like what would normally be possible that you can do here. That's pretty good. This is the Joker that we unlocked when we discarded that Royal Flush earlier. Gosh, girl. I think I might need to let Penny out real quick. 1 second. Ooh, sorry, I just actually had to get her out of here, because she's doing this thing where she'll run around and try and knock into stuff and knock this, like, privacy screen over. Okay. Oh yeah. No, that is actually super viable. Come to think of it, because I mean, we can even pick the effect we want it to have by moving cards around. If first hand of round has only one card, add a permanent copy. Yeah, so this is exactly what I mean, is like, we don't have a particularly high number of like a given card right now, but that could very quickly, easily become possible if we focus on it. It's gonna cut our odds of succeeding at certain other things if it's all we focus on, though, is how it tends to be. So this is a really good, like I feel like that almost can't fail. This, however, has like pretty explosive potential, and I only have the money for one. Oh my gosh, my headset is telling me low battery. I don't think it's the kind of deal where I can use it plugged in and have it charge. But I mean, I guess it's not like I'm doing anything really like relevant to like my audio right now. I'm kind of just talking and letting the game music play. Let me see if this reacts to being plugged in. Well, the game went silent, at least in my ears. That's super weird. Are we... Well, now I can't hear anything. I might have to like reconnect my my headset. 1 second. Sorry to like mess with the flow here. I just had to know whether or not. This says 50%, so I'm not sure what the deal is, but whatever. This is not the most interesting thing to be talking about right now. And if it dies, I'll just throw it off and continue. Right. So that needs to go here so that it can activate this thing. And now all that matters is that we get rid of all of our discards. I'm pretty sure. And ideally we're gonna have face cards to play, which we do. We're already 3 into a Royal Flush. Gonna get rid of these and hope for more diamonds. And get rid of those. Disconnect is our 5th. And that's as good as it's gonna get. And in fact, if this doesn't cut it, we can actually switch these around and see if that gets us a higher score. I would bet this is gonna do better though. Let's see, actually. I'll go ahead and, okay, 6,500 versus what? This is just how my thought process is working. 4,800. So as I suspected, it's better. Sorry, my headset just cut me off by saying low battery again. Again, I don't think it's gonna be an issue though, especially not if we don't change games. Yeah, I'll just continue playing this for however long I want to. We don't have a high number of kings. We're not playing 3 of a kind right now. Foil, holographic, and polychrome cards appear twice as often. I think it's gonna be best to hope for a star or a, you know, world or whatever, like the suit changing cards. Or death, that's another good card. Double our money. Yeah, I think we'll opt for boosting some of these, even though it's not perfect. We are hoping for diamonds generally. -1 hand size, okay. So we've got a ton of, like, diamonds, really. That's kind of the thing I should just bank on, and again, we're intentionally gonna burn our discards so that this activates. And just for the sake of, yeah, I think we're safe to bet on pulling another diamond. I would just like it to be a king or an 8. That's fine though. That should get us through. Yeah. Well, that's not super unlikely anymore. So I think I will buy and use it. Yeah, thank you for coming in. Have a good night and all. I think this makes more sense just because I'm not gonna need 2 of them if one of them is applicable. Great. That's exactly what I was hoping for, pretty much. I don't think we're in particular need of like extra money. Generally makes more sense to play each blind as they come unless something really like vital is offered to you. Right, and we can reliably get over, you know, 7,000, so might as well hedge our bets towards something even better. I guess I'm having trouble deciding whether it's gonna be a flush or a straight flush. It's kind of like all three are a card away right now. Okay. Yeah, I guess a flush is gonna do better anyway. And face cards do better also. Great. Well, that's a really good card, but it's not super viable with what we're doing. Because our whole thing is, like, we've got a bunch of high value cards here. That's not a bad Joker, actually. Hallucination. 1 in 2 chance to create a tarot card when any booster pack is opened. So it's gonna make it really easy to keep morphing our deck as we wish. Yeah, and all that matters is that this is all the way to the left because of this card. One thing to keep in mind on top of that is that the effects of Jokers are applied left to right, just in general. Which doesn't always matter, but it can, of course. Got enough for... I think we're gonna get both of these, actually. Ooh. Blue sealed cards are very, very valuable. Because it's gonna reliably allow us to pull the planet card for flush. So we could get like a really busted score that way if we're, you know, if we're lucky and we're thoughtful about it. Oh, and opening that gave us a death card, which is great. We'll go ahead and turn a heart into yeah, I guess this is probably the one it's gotta be. Sorry, I'm just trying to think through what makes the most sense here. Ooh. That's a very good Joker that just got unlocked. We have to buy it, of course, for it to mean anything, but that is now possible. Cool. We'll wait to use that until this is out of here so that we can get 2 planet cards. Ten. Yeah, so we've already got a flush. Don't think we want any of those to become steel cards. I like to give boosts like that, like held in hand type of boosts to cards that are agreeable but not ideal. If that makes sense, because it's like you can at least bet on that. I'll go ahead and try that. That's really helpful. My headset's to the point of telling me low battery quite often, so I'm probably gonna be going without audio for a little bit, but it's just Balatro. And in fact, I could actually plug my stuff in while I play and give it a second. It'd be ideal to have that blue sealed 9 of diamonds so that we can, and just since we know we're gonna get through it, why not yeah. And even better, because that's gonna give us $3 extra for just holding it. Great, now we've got Jupiter. Pretty much just want diamonds at this point. Oh. Play only one hand. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind, of course. We've already got the cards we need, pretty much, I think. I should hope. Because yeah, that's gonna do well enough. Okay, thank goodness. +1 hand size. And it's foil, so plus 50 chips on top of that. That's really good. I think we're done with this one just because we've yeah, just pulled one that's not super relevant, and we'll sell that to give us room for this. I would have to bet that Mystical Summit is still gonna, yeah, because it's literally the same thing but with a multiplier, so it's that much better. Go ahead and open both of these since we've got the money for them. Ooh, do we want Jupiter or Death? I think another Jupiter makes the most sense. Oh, nice. What cards do we want specifically though? I guess higher is usually better. We have fewer hearts than spades technically, so... Oh. Unlocked some other Joker just now. Come to think of it, it must have to do with the... Yeah, I saw that it had like a diamond on it. Must have to do with like have a certain number of diamonds in your deck. I'm pretty sure I remember there being a like that kind of card for each suit. make one for each of them. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be really helpful. It's even better actually because the final ante here starts us with 0 discards, which is already something we're hoping for. The only issue with that is, like, this is gonna be, excuse me, a negative joker means it's not gonna take up room, so it'll be a huge benefit to us if we can get through the next round, which is kind of a big if you aren't just playing it round to round and like skipping rounds like crazy. So I think we actually are gonna play both just to play it safe. Okay, that's a good thing to have with us. We don't want to use it, of course, so we need 6 of the same suit in our hand. So that these can be the 5 we... That's kind of the hard thing about this, though, is that we can't discard too many diamonds or we're not gonna pull them, of course. Ooh, that's kind of cool. We don't have enough, technically, for it to happen. Or, wait a minute. No, if we pull a 3rd King of Diamonds, we'll be able to play a flush house, and this blue seal will give us the planet card for it, which, again, I'm pretty sure it's like Ceres or some other, like, you know, planet you weren't taught about in kindergarten. So, do I want to... I don't think I want to bet on that. That just seems foolish. Unless we've got, like, a ton of a certain card. I mean, I guess most of our deck is kind of diamonds at this point. It's like, it's more so than not, actually. So yeah, I think we are gonna... Okay. Hopefully that gets us through so that we can... Yeah. We're just keeping up. I mean, that's not quite true. We've still got hands to play, but it's like we're kind of putting it all on the one, really. Can't sell any of those for this. As good as it is. It's just not really gonna work right now. Really, the only thing we could do to our benefit is hope for a flush here, or for a Jupiter, which it didn't happen, but can at least level that. And you know, if that happens, that'll be that much better. And again, I think we have to keep building our build. And I might actually start playing like flushes before the last, like, before our discards are all gone and this can activate. It's just that it's such a huge difference. I mean, it's literally multiplying our score by 30. Let's see if it's at least like... Let's see if it's something. 2,000? No, it's an eighth of... That's an eighth of what we're looking for, so that's not gonna work. That does put us one card. Like, if we got rid of all these, we could bet on pulling a... Well, there's just two of them. I was gonna say we could bet on pulling one of these for a straight flush, but I don't want to bet on that. I'd rather... get rid of all of our lowest cards, actually, and... Ooh. Oh, well, what do you know? They actually put us... I kind of want to see if, like... Well, no, but at this point, it's like if it's a straight, it's almost bound to be a flush, because all of our cards are diamonds, so why not, I guess? I mean, surely that's gonna get us through... No? Oh... 9765. Oh, well, right. We didn't spend all our discards yet. That's why it was such a huge difference. I was like, well, wait a minute. Shouldn't that have been like a huge score? But not if, you get what I'm saying. Get rid of these. The face card, because those get extra chips. And we'll just level up flesh again this way. That should be more than enough, presumably. Okay, thank goodness. They keep it pretty, like, you know, it's like kind of commanding. That feels like a no-brainer at this point. Celestial packs always contain the planet card for your most played poker hand. Which, yeah, that's gonna guarantee us getting flush leveled up because it's been played 16 times. And I guess I could have sold that to get another planet card, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better to keep getting tarot cards just because they're really helpful in a lot of instances. Okay. Okay, and just for the sake of telling whether that's better or not, I'd like to try it this way. I actually already forgot the first number. That's a lower number. It was actually better first time. We've got so many diamond cards that it's not like our chances are that bad anyway. I say as it gives me none. What do we want it to? I think that's as good as it'll be. Yeah, we're fine, actually. Great. We're further now than we've gotten yet. Ooh. Alright, I forgot about food cards. It's these, yeah, these kind of like run out over time. Plus 100 chips, minus 5 for each hand played. Retrigger all cards played for the next 10 hands. So yeah, these are like a big benefit in the short term, obviously, but they're just not really important otherwise. Oh! Unlocked another deck. Up for a diamond card, but if we don't get one, a steel card is fine. Spades are our second strongest suit right now. Not that we're really even trying to pull them at all, but they are technically what we have the second most of. Oh shoot. All diamond cards are debuffed, is what is coming up. So we're gonna have to find a way to re-roll that or something. I'm not sure how doable that's gonna be. Unless we just, well, our base, like, chip value and multiplier is not bad. So that might get us through, even with debuffed cards, but there's no guarantee. I honestly wouldn't bet on it, TBH. But yeah, we'll hope for the best. And I guess it makes more sense to play two hands, even though the first is not going to be... I bet that will make this viable, because... Yeah, okay, that got us halfway there. Just since we aren't discarding yet, it's like we might as well have this here instead of, you know, the other. On that note, I think we are gonna just... Okay, well, it would have been nice to guarantee a flush, but it's not like it's that far. Yeah. Oh right, and it needs to, we need to switch our jokers around for the last, hand. It's so much to think about. but this is going to cause that to trigger twice. Nice. I'm starting to feel a little more hopeful about... Yeah, I mean, especially if... Do debuffed cards still activate like their corresponding jokers, or... I'm not asking anyone per se, I'm just sort of trying to remember how that works. That just feels too perfect not to, like, do though. And I feel like it's probably the one that will go leftmost so that this copies it. And I don't think we can really do anything about that last ante. We just have to, like, hope that debuffed cards can get through it with this build, because again, it can happen, especially when you've got your base numbers, like, boosted so much. It becomes possible to, you know, win with debuffed cards, but, you know, it's gonna be tight. So we'll see. I'm hopeful though. I guess we don't want... Oh yeah, that's a heart card. Let's see how much that gets us just from that alone. Oh, okay. That's not half bad. That has become our new our new best move. We're not playing straights. Ooh. And it's holographic. That actually is pretty tempting. It might replace our Mystic Summit at this point, actually. Unless the juggler... I don't know though. It's adding 100 chips to our score each time. It's just that having a 1 in 4 chance to upgrade your hand is, like, obviously really good. And then there's that 10 times multiplier on top of that. It's just a question of, you know what? I would bet that, I don't know. Let me see if, let me actually just Google that real quick. I'll type in Balatro, do debuffed cards activate jokers rather. Okay, so debuffed cards don't count as any suit or rank and don't score or trigger on XFX, like multiplier. I see, okay. That helps. That means that I can sell this joker up here for this one, which that 10 times multiplier might actually be our new best, like, bet. I'm gonna do some reloads, like, just to make sure though. Can go ahead and get rid of those. Right, so it's not gonna affect, it's not gonna trigger this either. So that could be tough. Let's see if this gets us... Oh. I think we might just be up against some really bad luck there. Because again, like the suit that we're looking for is debuffed, so... That's really close to a straight flush, which is better than a flush still right now. That's not important. Get rid of those. I think we hope for a 9 or a 4. Tight. Oh shit, we actually need to switch those around. Sorry, I didn't mean to like jump scare you all, but I was just like accidentally pressed the wrong button. I think if that doesn't get it, our chances are not great. We're most of the way there. But... Oh, well, yeah, actually, you know what? I mean, these cards aren't debuffed. Why not, I still think that's gonna do more than it being Scary Face or whatever. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess it looks like we're gonna get through it, after all. So it's... wait. Did I play a flush just then? No, it's a pair. Oops. I keep accidentally, Well, wait a minute. Why is that not considered a flush? It's a... Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it prioritized the one that's like much worse. That's fine though. Great. Okay, well, if we got through that, that was the one where it's like really felt like we were up against a wall. I think we've got to use the hiker just because it's such a good option. Adds 5 chips to every card played, like permanently. As in, like, in sequence, like you play a card, it gets 5 chips. It's not just across the board. So yeah, that will quickly catch up to and excel that. Oh, would this double our chances of leveling the poker hand we play? Because if so, that is like really good. And let's buy a spectral pack and see what options are presented. Converts all cards in hand to a single random rank. -1 hand size. That's not ideal. Hand size being the number of cards we hold at once. Add foil, holograph, or polychrome effect to one selected card. We'll just do that. Oh, right, and I forgot face cards are no longer special. But whatever. I'll have to keep that in mind, that face cards are going to be debuffed. If this starts activating super often, I guess we'll know that, and since it didn't activate that time, we can cheese it and switch our jokers around and get a bunch of extra chips on each of these. I am gonna try for it each time though. Or no, I'm probably not gonna reload each time, but it would help a lot though. Did that just I'm a little confused about what happened there. It did something with the I don't think that leveled up flush. Actually. Sorry, I'm just like really trying to make this happen. Just not completely sure what's gonna be ideal here. I think it makes the most sense to keep trying to play flushes each hand. There we go. Nice. Alright, that got us through pretty cleanly and gave us another Jupiter, which is keeping us, you know, we're keeping up like the pace, basically. Each played 10 or 4 gives 10 chips and 4 multiplier when scored. That's a funny one. It's a walkie-talkie, obviously, as per the, you know, 10-4 joke. Do we want strength cards right now? I don't know if that's super important. We should probably just be getting these whenever we see them. I'm struggling to like logic through it, like which of these is I think the, like, theoretically, the thing that makes the most sense, if I'm being a little cheesy about it and not playing it completely honest, it's like, if this doesn't activate when a hand is played, it's like I'll just reload and switch them, because this is the factor here. It will, you know, it says it copies the ability of whatever's to the left here. Anyway. Not being super eloquent right now, but just really trying to focus here, and hopefully we can get through all 8 antes. That would be pretty chill if we could do that within this first stream. Choose 2 up to 5. Oh, okay. That's not important. So again, we'll hope for that. And if it doesn't activate, we switch their positions. Which again, I know this probably seems and feels like such overkill, but truly it can make the difference between winning and losing. Right, this is the big blind. This game gets pretty tough. Oops. We try for it again after discarding some stuff we don't need. I think we can bet on... Oh yeah, that is... we do have enough already. Not far from a row of flesh, so I think I'll hope for that, actually. And it counts as a straight flush, just so we're clear. I think just for safety's sake, we need to keep that card on us. Yep, that still leaves us one away. It did not level up the hand, which means we give them the old switcheroo. So that activates. Maybe it should have been that I kept this here and used all my discards first, but okay. That's good. It's probably gonna get us through. I mean, it definitely will if we switch these cards around, but I'd like to see if we can level up our hand, obviously. Royal Flush. And it did not, so we will give our hiker... Wait, did I not? Well, that's where they are now. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. Okay, that should get us through. And I didn't try to level this up again, but that's okay. That could be ideal. ×3 multiplier if played poker hand has already been played this round. And we're only playing flushes, so that makes a lot of sense to use. These cards are all getting a lot of extra chips though. So do I want to... Oh, yeah, that's what we'll sell. We'll do that. Man, we're really being given a lot of, like, options here. Give me 2 seconds. Let me heat up this coffee real quick. Okay. I'm quite enjoying this game. This is not bad. Especially since I haven't touched it in like over a year. Okay. It's really not a question of if we'll get diamond cards, but which. So it probably makes more sense to like... $70,000 though, oh, man. I feel like we need to play flushes along. Oh, oops. We need to play flushes along the way and hope for more level ups on the on this card, or you know, through that. If it's a really low score, we'll reload. Or you know, if it doesn't work, that's actually the main factor. Does this activate the plus 50 chips twice per No, apparently not. I think that just gets added at the end. Yeah, I think that's what makes more sense right now, and then this can go to the left because it will, you know, it'll triple our score. This is tough though, because a lot of our deck is those face cards. Excuse me. I think it really makes more sense to get rid of those discards, because that's gonna allow that to activate. We don't want face cards. I guess that's probably where it's gotta be, because I don't think it makes sense to discard just like 2 or 3 cards. Thank you. Oh, okay. Great. That really, like, exploded our score. That makes me very happy. I'm hopeful for completing the run, especially now that we're getting 2 extra Jupiter cards. That's really good. Can't afford anything else, but it doesn't matter. This is a cool joker for like deck building. This allows straights to be made with caps of 1 rank. So you can do like 10-8, 6-4-2 or whatever, and have that count as a straight. Yeah, anyway. Okay. Flips and shuffles, all jokers. That's fine. It's just that there's a chance that, like, what we don't want to happen is that this goes all the way left, because then it's just not gonna have an effect upon anything. But this is too good to pass up, so we're gonna have to say yes to that. And now it should be really simple getting through this. I say as I struggle to decide which cards get removed. It's just like, right, and we need to play 2 flushes for this to activate. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, again, I guess that's just all it's gonna take. It's really not gonna be difficult, I think. And we're not gonna sell anything right now, even though our jokers are gonna get flipped and shuffled. We'll just hope for the best, because again, it's like, this is a huge factor. But I think the boost we get from playing a flush twice is great enough to where we'll be fine. Especially if we get one that we can play the first hand, no discards. That's ideal. Right, that's a wild card, so that can stay. I don't think worrying about like... Oh, wait. Are we... Yeah, we're basically there. Right? Yeah. Great. Woo! Oh! I don't want the fucking Xbox achievements. Sound. There, that's muted now. I was like, oh. Great. Looks like I've taught you well. And then it goes into endless mode, which I've never gotten very far in because the requirements start to become really crazy. But just for the sake of seeing what this is, we'll check it out for a second. Adds double the rank of lowest ranked card held in hand to multiplier. Yeah, I don't think any of these are worth selling right now. That's great. I mean, that means we got through it even with the with this not in its ideal position. Sure. I'll take that because we're guaranteed the flush. I'm pretty sure, yeah, flush is significantly better than a straight flush right now, which is interesting. Use $1 per card played. Well, that's no obstacle. It's more about the score. Do we want to... I think that makes more sense, so we can continue boosting our stuff. Sorry, I'm just sort of processing thoughts. Okay. Did not activate that chance, so we'll just play it like it was. Switch those around. Oh yeah, that makes such a huge difference. That it's gonna get us through a few more rounds, I believe. Yeah, we don't have like Well, I mean, we do have a lot of enhanced cards, but it's not the main thing we're doing. We've got money to burn, so might as well. Is there a particular card we have a lot of, or a few of? A lot of, yeah, nothing that can be. I'm just gonna boost the ones that are already the best. Pulling that would be very helpful. Another blue seal will give us a, you know, if we increase the number here, we can actually carry 3 usable cards, of course, so, you know, more of those seals would equate to that, to getting like 3 Jupiter cards each round. I see, and so that just starts like from where it is and doesn't account for. Oh, I like how the card is like kind of like rotates depending on where you're pointing your little cursor. That's cute. I'll go ahead and get that. Don't have room for a jongleur. Just sort of hoping for the best here. I'm not certain that we're gonna get through it, but I don't know. It feels like that keeps happening where I'm like, I don't know, guys, but this keeps pulling us through. Can't afford the Jupiter card. Let's go ahead and get that, because why not? That makes it, yeah, it's free too, so we don't have to be able to afford it either. Talking about our next Joker. Yeah, I guess I feel that 3 is the... well, they do say that 3 is the magic number, but... oh my gosh. We're actually doing it, huh? I was gonna say, if I'm gonna pull for roughly even odds between hoping for something ideal and something viable, it's like, I feel like discarding 3 cards is usually about right, because if you're too picky, you're not gonna have anything to build off of. And since we're pretty much guaranteed a win here, we might as well discard that and see what we get. Just a judgment, which we're not looking for another Joker right now, so. Oh, I didn't realize that was a heart card. I keep blinding that. I should really, maybe I'll do that for— oh, oops. Don't press that. I was gonna say, I think I will, go back to, like, our default cards. Just so I can comfortably change it to high contrast. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, this has been going for a bit longer than I initially planned on, but I'm quite enjoying it. And we're probably gonna be like at the end here pretty soon anyway, because I kind of just want to see how far I can get in this with this build, because this is kind of nuts. And also, yeah, I like that the color difference. I feel like that helps it stand out so much better. Well, I mean, that's the point, but it also looks cool. Whoa. Well, that's really not relevant, but it does have a funny name, and we can at least sell it if we wish. Which I think is probably what we'll do. We only have 10 heart cards. Yeah, I think we're gonna sell that after all. Whoa. That's the card that should be copied, apparently. If it's got 60 extra chips on it. I guess because it's, it was already, like, artificially boosted. Also, there's our crystal ball. That's what it's called, apparently. That's a third consumable slot. I guess I didn't really test this for long enough to tell whether or not it doubles our odds, but this has been serving us just as well. Let's try it though, see if it— oh, wait. Did it do it just then? I think I wasn't looking in the correct place. The card up in the top right started moving, but I think I noticed it did level up there. Actually, right? Because, yeah, it just went from 23 to 24. Wonderful. Well, I should have, kept that in mind, but— or I should have tested that for longer, rather. But now that we're facing like 2 million, I don't know. I don't know how likely that is. We're still leveling that though, even though it's not even in the front, which is crazy. That's still only like a quarter of the score we need though. I'm just curious at this point. Okay. We're at over 1 million, which is not bad, but it's not gonna get us where we need to be, presumably. If this doesn't get us through, we'll try it with this. It's just that it would be ideal to get yet another Jupiter card, if possible. Yeah, that didn't cut it, so we'll try it the other way, but I don't think it's gonna do it either. And in fact, wait a minute. Would this not be better? Unless I'm like way off. I think I might be. It's really not gonna make a huge difference at this point. I'm just kind of curious to see what our best score can be right now. Okay. Whew! No sort of snarky joke from the Jonkler, I see. Because we did get through it. Well, that was great. I had a lot of fun coming back to this. That was chill. Use a total of 25 planet cards from any celestial pack. Sorry, I guess I just have the impulse to read things that are in front of me. Yeah, I've been going for quite a while, and I don't think we've got a ton of people watching right now, which NBD, but for that reason I think we're probably not gonna bother rating anyone, just cause I didn't really plan on it per se, and I usually like to save that for when I actually have the energy to watch someone. So we're gonna just call it there. But thank you all very, very much for being here, and yeah, I hope you all have a good night, stay safe, and so on. I don't think there's anything else I need to say before we go. Just that I very, very much appreciate you all being here, and yeah, take care. Have a good night. Bye.